What the hell, Felicity? Why would you just go and dump water on me like that? Are you actually insane?
Huh? Of course not. I simply didn't see you standing beneath my window.
You didn't see me standing beneath your window? That's seriously the excuse you're going to go with? It's not even a good excuse. What were you even doing throwing water out of a window to begin with?
Well, I was watering the flowers beneath it. I want everything to look perfect for my wedding today. And I thought that the flowers were looking a little dry. They were sagging over quite a bit, so I thought a little bit of fresh water would perk them right up. It's not my fault that you were lurking beneath my window when I threw it. Oh well, looks like you'll have to go home now and miss the wedding. What a shame.
Oh, so that's what all this was about? You just don't want me to be at your wedding. Are you really that petty and self-centered that you'd actually throw a bucket of water over me just to get me to leave?
Oh honey, if I were being petty, you'd know about it. This was me plainly showing you that I don't want you at my wedding. I did try to tell you. I didn't even send you an invitation, so you'd think that you would have gotten the message. But no, you showed up anyway. And in such an ugly dress too. If anything, I've done you a favor. You look 10 times better wet, which isn't saying much to be honest, but you can only do so much with what you're born with.
God, I honestly don't know what Jacob sees in you. I can't believe that you're going to be my sister-in-law.
Who said anything about being sisters-in-law? There's no way in a million years that I'd ever see you as my sister, whether it's through marriage or not.
Finally, something that we can both agree on. After all, no sister of mine would purposefully dump a bucket of cold water on me just because she didn't want me at her wedding.
Yeah, well, you should have listened to me when I told you not to come.
It's not just up to you whether I get to come or not. It's up to my brother too.
Well, he doesn't want you here either.
Now I know you're just lying.
No, I'm actually not. Jacob told me himself that he doesn't want you here. He sees you as nothing more than an annoying little pest who he never wanted in his family to begin with. You were just an accident that came along and messed everything up, and Jacob really doesn't like you for doing that. In fact, he told me that he'll never forgive you for being born. You took all of his dad's attention and hogged it all for yourself. So selfish of you if you ask me.
He does not think that, does he?
Yes, he actually does. You can even ask him yourself.
Fine, I will, and I'll prove you wrong whilst I'm at it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. Anyway, once me and Jacob are married, we'll be setting things right in the family once again.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for starters, we'll be getting rid of you.
Huh?
Yeah, we can't be having some pathetic, selfish, attention-hogging little girl in the family now, can we?
I'm guessing that spot's reserved for you, is it?
Oh, you're so funny.
Anyway, there's no way that my mom and dad would allow that to happen. They'll always have my back, especially against someone as horrible as you.
Well, they might be changing their minds very soon. Especially when I tell them that if they don't kick you out of the family, then they won't ever get to spend time with any grandchildren that they might have from me and Jacob.
What? You'd actually stop them from seeing their grandchildren if they refuse to kick me out of the family?
Yep, not to mention if your dad doesn't give Jacob the company.
What's that got to do with anything?
There's a reason that I'm marrying your brother, you know. Your dad owns a fairly successful business, one that brings him a decent amount of money anyway, and I want to make sure that I can have a life free of work and responsibilities. That means that in order for me to do that, Jacob needs to take over the company so that he can earn the money and I don't have to get a job. You're not a major threat to that plan, as no one in their right mind would give you the business, but I just want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of my life with Jacob. By getting rid of you, it also means that Jacob won't have to share any of the money that the company brings in, especially if he decides to sell the business off.
My dad would never do that to me.
Like I said, maybe he would if it meant that he wouldn't get to see his grandchildren.
That's so horrible. Why would you even do that? Do you really dislike me that much?
I don't just dislike you. I hate you.
Why? What have I ever done to you to cause you to hate me so much? As far as I know, I haven't even interacted with you that much. The only times I've ever seen you have been when Jacob has brought you over to the house.
Yeah, and during those times, you'd always hog his attention. He doesn't even like you, so why didn't you ever take the message and just leave us alone when we visited? Better yet, why weren't you just not there when we were there? You could have left and just not come back until we were gone. No one wanted you there anyway.
Oh, I see. You were just jealous of me.
What? Why would I be jealous of you?
Maybe because I have a nice, loving family who want me to succeed and do well in life. Not to mention, they always support me no matter what. You're just jealous that they love me. I always knew that you'd be one of those girls who simply can't stand having any other woman around them simply because they get jealous. You just want all the attention on you, 24/7. That's probably why you want Jacob to take over the company as well, isn't it? You want to be able to brag to your friends that you're rich and that your husband owns a business. Well, in case you hadn't noticed, I also work in the company, and I'm in a higher position than Jacob, so he won't be getting the whole company. My dad has already said that he would split everything between us 50-50.
That's what you think. When I'm finally married into the family, a lot of things will be changing. Starting with you. Now get out of my wedding before I decide to throw another bucket of water on you. And don't go through the actual venue. I don't want there to be water all over the floor when I'm trying to have my first dance. Plus, if anyone actually sees you looking like a drowned rat, I would die of embarrassment. Especially if they thought that you were my sister-in-law. So try and sneak out. Got it?
Whatever. It looks like it's going to be a lame wedding anyways.
What? How dare you say that? My wedding would never be lame.
Yeah? Well, I think the lack of a DJ or band would beg to differ.
Just get out.
Gladly.
Sophia, where are you? The wedding's about to start and I can't find you anywhere. You're gonna miss it.
I'm not there, Dad.
Yes, I can see that, but where are you? You're gonna miss the ceremony.
No, I'm not at the wedding anymore.
What? Why not?
Well, for starters, Felicity chucked a bucket of cold water over me, so I'm drenched from head to toe and absolutely freezing. And secondly, apparently neither Felicity nor Jacob even want me at their wedding.
Hang on, what? She chucked a bucket of water on you? Was it an accident?
No, she did it on purpose. She also said that Jacob has never loved me or wanted me to be a part of the family. Apparently, he thinks that I was an accident who ruined his life because I took all of your attention or something like that.
Well, that's just ridiculous. You might not have been planned, but your mother and I love you so much and we wouldn't have had it any other way.
Thanks, Dad. But there was something else that Felicity said which has got me worried.
What is it?
Well, she said that she wouldn't let you or Mom see any children that they might have unless you kicked me out of the family and give the company to Jacob.
She said that?
Yeah. Look, I don't want to be the reason that you don't get to see your grandchildren. So, if you want me to leave, I will. I can figure something out.
Sophia, don't be ridiculous. There's no way that I would ever kick you out of the family. Even if this woman stops me from seeing my grandchildren, it doesn't change anything. You're my daughter and you're much more important to me than she will ever be, okay?
Really, Dad?
Yes. Now, you just leave your brother and his wife to me. I'll sort them out.
What do you mean?
Well, I plan on making a little speech at the wedding where I would then give control of the company to you and your brother 50-50 each. You know that I'm getting on in age and I want to experience the world a bit before I'm too old for that. I was going to retire and leave the business to you and Jacob, but with recent events coming to light, I might have to think about a few things first. But you don't need to worry about that. You just make sure you get home, okay? And that you dry off and relax. I'll sort everything else out.
Thank you, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
What have you done, you witch? How have you turned your dad against us like that? I can't believe what's just happened.
Huh? Felicity? Why are you messaging me? Aren't you supposed to be celebrating?
Don't act dumb with me. I can't believe what you made your dad do.
I've not made him do anything. Why? What happened?
Well, we were all enjoying the reception when it came time for the toast. I thought that your dad would give a nice little toast, congratulating me and Jacob, and then handing over the company to Jacob as a wedding present. Instead, your dad turned around and said that he would never see me as his daughter-in-law due to how horrible I am, and that he was removing Jacob from the company altogether, meaning that he wouldn't get a single dollar from it unless you, as vice president, said that it was okay.
Whoa, he said all that? And in front of everyone?
Yes, it was so humiliating. I'd already bragged to all of my friends about how rich I would be, and now I'm not going to have a single dollar. This is all your fault.
Actually, no, it isn't. All I did was tell my dad what you said and did to me. He came up with this idea by himself. My dad has always prided himself on his virtues, including his kindness and his loyalty to his family. If someone tries to mess with the people that he loves, then he will make sure that they know not to do that again. Clearly, he thought this would be the best way to teach you and Jacob the consequences of your actions.
I can't believe it. You have to talk to your dad and make him give Jacob the company. If not all of it, then at least the half that he already had. It's not fair if you keep it all to yourself.
Look, I love my brother, but apparently he doesn't feel the same. I would like to help him, but my dad has just told me that if I try to give Jacob his half of the company back without him changing his selfish ways, then I will also be cut off and everything will go to charity.
What?
Yep. Looks like you and Jacob need to start working on being nicer to people, especially if you want this company. It's the only way my dad will let you have half of it after all.
This is so unfair. I hate you for this.
You might want to start thinking about how you talk to me. I mean, I doubt my dad will want to help you if you keep telling me you hate me.
Ugh!
I think you'll be without this company for quite a while. Best start looking for a job if I were you. Just like my dad said, he put the company in my name, making me his sole heir to the business. He made sure to let Jacob know that he could regain his half of the company by being nicer and kinder to me. However, he's still working on that. As for Felicity, she did end up having to get a job so that she and Jacob could afford their home. She also has to be kinder to me if she and Jacob are to get their share of the company, which means that I can't see that happening for a very long time. Oh well, some people need to learn how to be decent human beings the hard way.
Hey baby, how are you today?
Ugh, awful. Kai has been in pain all day, running around all over the house, and Shia has been crying non-stop. As soon as you get home, you'll handle them, and I'll go for some me time.
Well, kids will be kids. Don't worry. I'll run you a nice hot bath when I'm back and watch them while you unwind. And later tonight, once they're in bed, we can have some time together to relax. I can swing by the sushi shop too if you want. My treat.
As nice as that sounds, I'd rather have some time to myself, to get out and have some fun.
What?
Yeah, so I've called some of the girls and we're going out tonight to let our hair down and relax. I think I deserve it after putting up with those two all day.
Oh. Okay, I guess.
I said I'd meet them at the bar at 7 tonight, so you need to be home by then to watch the kids.
Sweetie, I told you that I wouldn't be able to finish work before 8 tonight. There's no way that I can get back in time. I have patients coming in right up until I leave.
Well, you'll just have to find a way. I'm not canceling these plans. You have no idea how much I need this tonight.
I'm not asking you to cancel, but can't you meet your friends a bit later? Surely, waiting an extra hour won't hurt.
No. Amber has to work early tomorrow, so she can't stay out too late. So if I want to see her, we need to meet at 7.
But Nova, you knew about tonight. Why did you make plans like this without talking to me first? We could have come up with a better way to plan things out.
Look, I don't have to tell you everything going on in my life. If I want to go out, I shouldn't ask for your permission. So I'm going out tonight, whether you like it or not.
I'm not saying you should ask for permission. I'm just trying to do what's best for our children. How can a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old manage by themselves for almost 2 hours?
Fine. I will wait until 7:30, but if you're not back by then, well, the kids will just have to be on their own for a little bit. I'm sure if I just put the TV on, they'll sit quietly and watch it for an hour until you get back.
You can't just... Fine. I'll be home by 7:30.
Great.
I've got to get back to work now. Lunch break is over. We'll talk later.
Sure.
I love you. Hey, sweetie. Just checking in to see how you are. Hope you're having fun. Hey, Nova, I was just wondering what time you're gonna be home. I'm heading to bed soon, and I don't want to leave the door unlocked. Nova, are you okay? You haven't answered any of my messages. I'm just checking in to see if you're okay.
Jeez, Jaden, you're blowing up my phone. I'm trying to have a fun night out, not spend it on my phone.
I'm just checking in to see if you're okay.
I'm fine. Happy now?
There's nothing wrong with being worried about my wife, especially when she hasn't been responding to my texts all night.
Ever thought that there might be a reason for that?
What?
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
No, what did you mean by that?
I didn't mean anything. Just drop it.
Fine. Are you coming home soon? I need to go to bed.
No.
Do you know when you'll be coming back? In the next hour or so?
Am I on curfew or something? I'll be back when I'm back. Can't I just have one night of peace without having to report to you?
I'm just trying to get a rough idea.
I don't know. When I feel like it.
I don't want you waking the children up, especially if you've been drinking. Nova. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm going to bed and I'm locking the door. You can crash at one of your friends tonight. I'll call my mom so she can watch the kids tomorrow while you sleep off your hangover. Don't bother coming back home until you're sober and ready to have an adult conversation.
Baby. Jaden. Please let me in. I'm cold and tired. Are you ignoring me? I'm sorry for earlier. Please just let me in.
Nova? Where are you? I was asleep.
I'm back. Come let me in so I can go to bed.
I told you to stay at your friend's house tonight.
I didn't think you were serious. Anyways, I'm here now, so come open the door before I freeze to death.
This is the third time this month you've pulled a stunt like this. I really don't want the kids to see you drunk. You promised last time it wouldn't happen again.
Look, if you don't open the door, I'll just start yelling and that's sure to wake Kai and Shia up.
Alright. I'm coming. But you can bet we're talking about this tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever. Hurry up.
Nova, are you awake?
I've literally got the worst hangover ever, so I don't really want to be staring at a screen.
Okay then, I'll make this short. Why has Amber posted a picture of you last night kissing another man?
What?
I think you should check your Instagram.
Oh, that little...
What is going on?
I was going to tell you later, when you got home. Guess it's too late for that now. She never did like the fact that I had two guys. She's just jealous.
What are you on about?
Well, I think it's kind of obvious that I'm seeing someone else. Or did the picture not clue you in?
What? But how could you do that to me? To your family? How long have you been seeing this man?
We've been talking for a few months now. Well, I think I love him.
But why?
Well, you're always working. You never make time for me or the kids, and I'm tired of doing nothing with my life.
That's not true at all. You know I love you and the kids, and that I try my hardest to spend as much time with all of you as I can. It's not easy being a doctor and trying to get my own practice as well as spending time with my family. But we both agreed that we would stick with it until I had my own practice.
Yeah, well, I changed my mind.
Why didn't you tell me you felt like this? We could have worked on it.
Look, it's too late now. Your mom has the kids, and I'll be gone by the time you get back. Derek and I are going to travel for a while. It's time I finally had some fun instead of being cooped up all day with toddlers.
So that's it? You're just going to abandon your family? Our kids just like that?
I'm sure you'll manage without me.
Nova, you can't just walk away like that.
Don't you have to get back to work now?
I can't believe what you're doing.
Goodbye, Jaden.
Hi, is this Holly?
Hi, yes, this is Holly. Who is this?
My name is Jaden Walker. I got your number from the nanny agency?
Of course, they said you'd be getting in touch with me. How can I help?
I was looking for a nanny who could live in the house to help look after my 2 children. I work long hours at the time, and I just need a bit of help.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. What are your children's names?
I work long hours at the time, and I just need a bit of help. I've got a 6-year-old son called Kai and a 3-year-old daughter called Shaya. They're the sweetest kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, they can be a handful, but they need more stability than I can provide at the moment.
I completely understand. When would you like me to start?
As soon as you're able to, it would be great. Maybe we could meet up for coffee and go over the details?
That sounds great. Friday at 5 sounds good to you?
Perfect. See you then.
I look forward to it. Hey, Jaden. It's been a while.
I'm sorry, who's this?
It's me.
I'm sorry, this is a new phone and I don't have all my contacts on it yet.
Oh, it's your wife. Nova.
Nova?
Hi.
Why are you texting me?
Well, I just wanted to check in. It has been 4 years. How are the kids?
They're fine.
Do they miss me?
They did. They couldn't understand why their mommy wasn't coming back home. They were both pretty inconsolable for a while. They got over it though. I made sure that they were both going to be okay.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear they took me leaving so badly.
Of course they would. You're their mother.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't really think about that when I left.
Look, what do you want, Nova? I thought that you were living it up with your new man.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I was. We kind of broke up.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it still doesn't explain why you're messaging me.
Well, we broke up because he was cheating on me, and I don't know, it left me feeling truly awful. Like, I thought we were happy, so why did he do that to me?
I couldn't say.
Well, then I got to thinking about how I had pretty much done the same to you and how terrible you must have felt. I mean, I hear your business is going well. You've got your own practice and everything. So we'd be able to spend more time together now. Me, you, and the kids. Plus, with your salary, we could have a lot of fun and make up for lost time.
Nova, after all these years, you still haven't changed. You don't care about me or Kai or Shaya. You just want someone to pay your way through life while you do whatever you want. I don't want to get back together with you. And I never will. Besides, I don't think my wife will appreciate it either.
Your wife? But I'm your wife.
No, you're not. You're my ex-wife, as per the divorce papers you signed 3 years ago. Don't you remember?
I just thought that was standard legal stuff. But how did you and this homewrecker meet?
Her name is Holly, and she isn't a homewrecker. In fact, you're the one who wrecked our home. She's the one who helped it put it together again. And as for how we met, she was the kids' nanny. After you abandoned us, I needed help balancing and looking after them and working. So I hired Holly as a live-in nanny. Over time, we got to know each other, and turns out we actually liked each other quite a lot. The rest is history.
But what about us?
There is no us. You made sure of that 4 years ago when you left your family for another man. That's something you're going to have to live with.
Well, what about Kai and Shaya? They're still my kids as well.
Along with those divorce papers, you also signed over full custody of the children to me. Basically, you have no legal rights to see or visit them unless I say so.
So what? That's it? You're just going to take everything away from me for one silly mistake?
I will let the kids know that you're about, and it will be up to them if they want to see you. However, it will be under my supervision. We can get a family counselor to help us sort out the details. As for us, well, I will only talk to you in relation to the children. Apart from that, I don't want any contact with you. I have a new life now, and I couldn't be happier. Holly treats me with respect and loves me just as much as I love her. I just hope that one day you'll be able to find the same happiness I have.
Jaden.
Goodbye, Nova.